Hello, today we are going to be talking about why we feel negative emotions and why they don't feel authentic and where they actually come from. And it just clicked for me. So yes, today we're going to be talking about the devil. But I don't want to say his name anymore. We're just going to call him Mr. Bad, okay? And these are 4 ways Mr. Bad attacks you, which is actually from the holy book and things that I study. And if you look more into me, you can go and dig into it. But it just clicked for me that these negative feelings are so not authentic and not mine. And where do they come from and why? So I would like to thank this channel, Fady, for posting a very, very similar video. And that is where this drawing is inspired from. He did replace temptation with complacency. Okay, but I get it because his is like a money-making channel. But there's nothing wrong with wanting wealth, wanting success for the right reasons. And this is why some of these feelings arise and have been holding me back. This channel, after all, is a documentary. That's why I feel so inspired to make this, because I've been feeling these extremely negative things, emotions, which are not mine, and I give them up, and I believe in a higher power, and I believe in the divine. So let's get into it, okay? The Mr. Bad, we're calling him Mr. Bad, okay? Mr. Bad, from the front, how does he attack us, okay? From the front, by fear of the future, okay? Literally from the front like this. This is how I imagine it, because, okay, just when you're trying to try, but you're scared, you think you're not good enough. Even me getting here and clicking record, it takes so much out of me. I really wish I was recording every single day. But every single day, I kind of feel like I'm not good enough. So Mr. Bad incites fear of the future and fear of future uncertainties, discouraging individuals from striving for their goals or leading them to compromise values for perceived security. Compromising your values for perceived security, okay? Like an example is a person who wants to achieve their dreams of becoming an entrepreneur, but constantly doubts their abilities. Mr. Bad amplifies their fears, whispering, "You'll fail, so don't even try," discouraging them from making genuine effort. Oh my God, like I had almost my dream job at the beginning of 2024. I thought I was in a dream relationship, and I kind of lost a lot of it by the end of 2024, and I don't know why, but throughout this video we'll get to the reasons why, because they're all answered here, why we lose things. But in the past few months, I've been so scared to get on camera, to do what I really want to do, to get my voice out there, because I know I can succeed, but the path is so scary, and which comes back to the law of attraction and the law of assumption. You can't have fear of what you want. You have to assume it's already yours, which is why I appreciate this. Even though this might seem a little religious, but everything is connected to each other, whether you see it as secular or sacred. The law of attraction, the law of assumption, it all comes back to positive vibes and rejecting the negative vibes. Okay, so here's a few more examples. Just little examples, maybe you can connect with them. A student cheats on their exams due to fear of failing and disappointing their family. They rationalize this action, thinking it's a necessary evil to secure a better future. Have I cheated on an exam? Ironically, I don't know if like, I won't say when, because I literally took Arabic. I don't speak Arabic natively, my family doesn't, whatever, but I took Arabic since I was in kindergarten all the way up until my bachelor's degree. Okay, I took 3 years of Arabic in college. In one of that lifespan, from kindergarten to that bachelor's degree, I did cheat on Arabic exams mostly. Oh, in high school they didn't have Arabic, so I took Latin. But after that I went back to Arabic. And yeah, in one of those, in that span, yeah, I did, because we had to learn Arabic to understand the religious text. And I was doing it because I went to a private school, you know? But I guess I'm recalling that till today because I still feel guilty about it, right? And whatever. But you literally learn as you go through this, okay? Another example, a working parent overburdens themselves with overtime shifts, fearing they won't have enough money for their children's needs. This excessive focus on work causes them to neglect their family, leading to strained relationships. I don't even have to go into real life examples. I don't want to get into other people's personal lives, but I feel like we can all connect to that in a sense. Yeah, so the outcome of Mr. Bad doing this is that his attack from the front fosters ethic, inaction, makes your morals crumble due to self-doubt, or you take unethical shortcuts to achieve success. But it could also literally just block you from taking the actions to your success because you live in self-doubt. Like, self-doubt is what attacking you from your front feels like. Okay? And I am aligning with the positive vibes and higher powers to remove this huge negative thing. Okay? We are off to the second part. How Mr. Bad literally attacks you from the back, okay? This is why, like, the arrows are, like, kind of, like, pointing towards the back. Because when you feel these emotions, you feel it like these forces, So attachment to the past. Mr. Bad exploits nostalgia or guilt, using it to hinder progress or drag individuals back into old destructive habits. A person working to better themselves constantly recalls past failures and mistakes. Mr. Bad whispers, "You failed before, so why try again?" This stops them from manifesting their potential and moving forward, leaving them stuck in a cycle of regret. And sometimes we feel like nostalgia about how our childhood was so much better, or how our college days were better, high school days were better, when we didn't have responsibilities. But what kind of life will be fulfilled if we don't achieve something in this life, if we don't grow and have the responsibility and see the success of that responsibility? A few examples, of the real world, which I'm sure everyone can relate to or know somebody who can relate to. A recovering smoker feels tempted when they see others smoking. They justify having just one cigarette because they remember how it used to make them feel. Another example, a person who has been bullied in the past continues to feel defined by those experiences. Mr. Bad whispers, "You'll never be good enough," making them hesitate to build meaningful relationships or pursue personal growth. Like, another example is like somebody who stopped drinking, right? For whatever reason, but they still kind of put themselves in situations or places where alcohol might be present, thinking like they just won't drink. But they remember like how they know by going there, they're going to remember how drinking made them feel. You're even taking a half step to like embrace what was in the past. Just don't even go back a little bit. So yeah, when you feel these things, like literally, that's why the law of attraction and the law of assumption focuses so much on gratitude in the present moment, because being attacked from the front and being attacked from the back is being afraid of your future and, you know, being held in the past, which is, oh my God, I have to make so many videos about like why I don't even believe time is real, because you have to be in the present moment. You know the past already happened, so you have to know your future already happened too, right? Why are you negative about what you're experiencing when you know your future? You know your future. Yeah. I could just go into so many examples, but let's move on to how Mr. Bad attacks you from the right. How he attacks you from the right, right? I hope. I have this diagram on my phone. So yeah. The green little part. Mr. Bad manipulates good deeds, self-motivation, or personal success to foster arrogance or an unbalanced approach to spirituality and self-worth. A person achieves significant milestones in their career or personal goals. Mr. Bad whispers, you did all this on your own, leading them to become overly self-reliant and dismissive of others' contributions or the divine's blessings. They start looking down on those who struggle to achieve a similar success. And this is why I connect to this theology and theory so much about Mr. Bad, because, like I mentioned, I felt like I had almost everything at the beginning of 2024, including a relationship, and I kind of felt like I was on top of the world. I was living the lifestyle I wanted. I got this beautiful apartment, decorated how I wanted, was working from home, just was eating what I want, was going out when I want, you know, and just even when I was talking to somebody, like my kind of like my significant other at the time, like feeling like, why don't they make more than me or as much as me? And maybe all the way inside thinking maybe I'm too good for them or something like that, you know, and just being brought down so quick which is why arrogance makes absolutely no sense, because the divine literally gives and takes away based on like your assumptions, and what you think about others can literally happen to you in like in a snap. Whether you think you're smarter than them, whether you think you're smarter than them, you can literally get in a crash and lose your brain function. Okay, then who's like the smart one? Like, what happened to me? If you think you have all the funds to do whatever you want, it could literally be gone. But again, there's beauty behind everything. If that didn't happen, I would have just been, you know, stagnant, probably just going through the motions, making money, watching Netflix. not really pursuing my actual dreams. Just, yeah, money was coming in, but was I pursuing my dreams? Absolutely not. Okay. So, yeah. And also thinking that I was making that money all on my own. That's not true. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money. There's nothing wrong with thinking $1,000 a month is too little. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make more than 5,000 a month, wanting to make more than 10,000 a month, knowing you're doing it in a right way. You're not hurting anyone through it. You're not selling your soul for it. You're not stealing. You're not putting interest on it. Like, there's nothing wrong as long as you're doing it with the highest positive vibes ever. And no arrogance involved, which is so hard because this negative force of Mr. Bad is always there. That's like his life goal, is to be there, but it's not us. It's not who we are. Okay. It's just Mr. Bad. Okay. So let's go through some examples of how we get attacked from the right. An activist working for social justice starts belittling others who aren't as involved, calling them apathetic or arrogant, ignoring that people contribute to good causes in different ways. Wow, this one is an interesting example. A fitness enthusiast starts judging others for their lack of discipline, saying, if I can work out daily and eat clean, why can't they? They lose compassion and humility in their pursuit of self-improvement. And like from a religious standpoint, you know, a person who prays regularly or visits their church or mosque or synagogue or temple or wherever you go, and they observe like the religious clothing or rituals, practices, but they begin judging others harshly, saying, at least I'm doing what's right, unlike those sinners. They focus on others' flaws, forgetting their own spiritual growth and humility. This is definitely an example of like pride and arrogance, because you literally don't know how the divine views another person. Like, yeah, the divine could literally close your heart and close your beliefs within a second, where your piety and your holiness and your, you know, you could do something within a second that takes away all of that. And the other person that you think is not as religious as you could literally do something in a second that puts them in the highest place in paradise, if you even believe in that. So like the outcome of getting attacked from the right, this attack fosters arrogance, self-centeredness, and a loss of balance in striving for personal and spiritual excellence. We see a lot of religious people, a lot of people who have a lot of money, but they don't have empathy and they don't have spiritual experiences in their life. But to each their own, and we are here for a different reason, and yeah, I'm just so grateful these little messages came into my life today, and I hope they're helping you. So let's get to the last direction where Mr. Bad attacks you from the left. Okay? Mr. Bad uses worldly pleasures and material gain to distract from true purpose or create an imbalance in life. He attacks through temptation, through desires from the left. From the left, he's attacking all of your I think that's why the channel is talking about put complacency, because even being lazy is a desire. Being lazy is a temptation, not trying. You know, getting to that point, maybe saying, oh, I make $1,000 a month. I worked enough hours this week. I'm just going to just quit here. That's also giving into temptation. A person striving to manifest wealth, it becomes... So this is like the opposite of that, sorry. This example, it could be both sides, laziness or striving too much. A person striving to manifest wealth becomes obsessed with material success. Mr. Bad whispers, more is better, leading them to neglect relationships, health, and spirituality. They pursue luxury and status at the expense of inner peace and personal values. So you could be craving extreme comfort and laziness and not striving to be your best self. That is how temptations are filled. And temptations can also be filled by being literally so greedy. Being so greedy that you lose all spirituality, that you lose true love for your family and friends. Like temptation from Mr. Bad does not come in one form. And that's why I wish Fady, who really was the one who inspired me for this video and reminded me of these lessons I learned as a child, which helped me come back to it, that it's okay to strive to want whatever amount of money you want. That is your experience in this 3D world, and you will use it to your survival, your experience. That is fine. You will use it to help others. You know that. So manifest as much. Manifest being so affluent that you don't even worry about wealth. Completely fine. But know that every single penny or every single experience is from the divine. And take that so humbly and just appreciating it. Oh. So we can come into a few examples of being like obsessed with wealth a little too much. A person becomes obsessed with climbing the corporate ladder, working excessively, and neglecting family, friends, and self-care. They justify it by saying, I'm doing this for a better future, but the pursuit of wealth dominates their life. Another example, a young adult indulges in excessive social media usage, chasing likes and validation. Mr. Bad whispers, this is how you'll stay relevant. Causing them to neglect real world relationships and personal growth. Oh, I can definitely relate to that as being a social media person, content creator, which I've been doing for a long time. Over a decade, maybe 2 decades at this point. I can definitely relate to that example. And another like example, like a business person is tempted by highly lucrative deals involving activities that could be considered sinning. So, you know, whatever you consider sinning, they justify it by planning to donate a portion of their profits to charity, ignoring the principles of, you know, what morals are. And just because you're doing something bad with one hand and do something good with the other, it doesn't really balance it out. You're still feeding Mr. Bad, and he's still succeeding. And so, just a quote from the Holy Book, which I've heard before but have just been reminded of today. This is a quote from Mr. Bad, from the devil himself. I will come to them from before them and from behind them and on their right and on their left, and you will not find most of them grateful to you. And that is verse 7:17. And for a whole different reason, I used to be obsessed with July 2017, the 7th of July. Anyways, so finding out that that was a verse 717 just made that number so bitter, and I needed that because I was very nostalgic on that date for other reasons that we won't get into. But, you know, knowing that that's an actual verse, like, and if that claim I wasn't alive, how many ever years ago this verse was revealed or happened or said. But if it was even said, I don't want to, I'm blocking myself from Mr. Bad. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want any of these personality traits to be a part of me. Knowing good vibes always. And some tips to actually strengthen our faith in the divine. Okay, let's just get to some positive tips and faith to strengthen this. Focus on realistic self-encouragement and align goals with ethical values. Avoid compromising integrity out of fear or temptation. And whenever, you know, we talk about realistic, you know, all of our dreams are realistic because my dream is specific to me. I'm not involved with your manifestation or what you want at all. Somebody could want to be a highly paid like doctor. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in let's just see if I get there. I don't want to really share exactly, but I think being on this channel, you know what I'm interested in. You know I'm an aspiring mystic. I really want to be close to the divine, but whatever. That is my realistic goal. I'm not trying to chase something off my track. Okay? So just focus on your own self-encouragement. Don't let those future blocking thoughts come in your way at all. You know, always, you know, be grateful, kind of be in prayer, meditation, affirming gratefulness, you know, affirmations. And just always remember the divine. Another tip to counter these attacks from all directions: prioritize physical, emotional, and mental well-being while striving for success, ensuring family, health, and relationships are not neglected. Like, literally, just the way to avoid Mr. Bad is having the perfect life, having a balanced life. Your physical, your mental, your spiritual, your family. Like, having the perfect life, you avoid Mr. Bad. What? Like, it is such a win-win for us, for me, for you. And yeah, just the last tip, understand that success often depends on teamwork, opportunities, and grace beyond personal effort. Avoid arrogance or ingratitude. Know the universe and the higher power on your side. Whoever, every single soul you met on this journey, like, there's no reason to have pride, right? There's no reason to have pride because every single person you've met, whether you perceive them to be below you or above you, was a life lesson. And yeah, just surround yourself with righteous people. Maybe get a few mentors, even if they're just videos on YouTube. And just stay vigilant, you know. I hope this video resonated with you because these theories and theologies, I don't want to call them theories, but theologies, you know, beliefs and stuff really resonated with me. And I can't wait to see you in my next videos. This channel is basically changing my life for the better. I am so grateful to anyone who's made it to this point in the video, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Let me know which parts resonated with you in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. I can't believe I've reached this many subscribers just by being on here for a month. So thank you, and I'll see you later.